Hey guys, so the other day I was talking to my friend and I was showing him the Godot editor, the new version 4.0 and the features and I also told him that there is a mobile version also now officially available which we can download from the Play Store and which we can through which we can use to create a real game right inside mobile or any Android tablet. So he asked me whether it is practically possible to create a game on a mobile phone without any attachments or whatsoever. So I thought, why not? Let's give it a try and let's see if we can create a simple game or any other thing using Godot as what we compare to do it on a normal laptop or a desktop devices. So hey guys, I am Shashwat and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to see how we can use the mobile version of Godot engine to create a very simple project, you can say, where we are going to just have a cube in our scene and we are going to write a very simple script where the we will make the cube rotate in certain degree. So without any further ado, let's begin. So here I will just launch this Godot engine from over here. So as you can see, I have got this blank project window and here I can just click to access the asset library. So but in this case we are not going to use that, so let me just go ahead and click this new project, and right away you'll see that the pop-up comes up with the keyboard coming over here. So as you can see, the keyboard is taking half of my screen space. So in this particular case it's fine. So let me just try to give it a name. So let's try run test. So I have given this project name run test. Let me just click on create folder in order to create a folder. Now for the renderer, I'll obviously choose mobile because forward plus is only supported for desktop, so I don't expect this to run inside my mobile device. So let's just keep it on the mobile, and for the rest of things I won't be changing anything. Let's click on create and edit, and that should take less than a minute to launch the viewport. Let us just wait. Okay, I haven't clicked it. So now that I have clicked it, okay, now I can see the Godot logo. All right, and it's taking some time as compared to my laptop. Okay, now the viewport has been opened. So the very first thing that we are going to do is obviously create a scene. So from here I'll click on other node, and from here I'll just search node. So that's very handy. Now selected node, I click on create, and now I have added a node. So now I'll to like to save the scene, I have to click on scene button. From here I'll select save scene, and now you can see that the pop-up is coming and half of the space is gone via keyboard. So what I can do is I can go to the settings and I can make my keyboard as a floating, so now I can see the entire pop-up coming over here. So I'll just okay, it's a bit hard. Okay, now it came over here, the cursor. Now I can give it a name called, let's say, main. Now okay, so my scene got saved. I have a node. So now it's time to just check if I can go inside the viewport. Okay, I can use my two fingers in order to zoom in and zoom out, and let's see if I can view it now. Okay, I can click on this full screen button in order to make this in a full screen. Let's see if we can have any other uh, options. No. So let's see. We do get a lot of options here and there, but okay. So okay, that's about it. Now what we are going to do is I'm going to basically go back to the normal mode, and from here I'll just what I did is I like hold down the, like if you touch and hold on a node, so basically it will perform a right click operation. So from here I can click on add child node, and from here I'll just search for mesh instance 3D. I'll click on the create button, and now from the mesh option I'll click and choose new box mesh. So right away you can see that my box has been created. So let's click on the play button in order to see. Okay, I'll select the current scene as my main scene to play. So as of now you can see nothing, so because I have not added any camera to it. So let's right click on the node by basically by tapping and just holding for a second, so it will automatically perform the right click. And now I'll click on add child node again, and from here I will be adding a camera. So make sure to add a camera 3D because we are in a 3D scene. So I'll just click on the output tab again to hide it. Now in order to adjust this camera, what I'll do is I basically I'm clicking and dragging this access button. So if in order to set up the camera properly, what I have to do is basically first going to full scale mode, then coming to the view tab, and from here I'll select the two viewport mode, and from here I'll select the camera. Let me just select the camera. Okay, I have selected the mesh, by the way. All right, let me go out from the full screen mode, and from here let me select the camera, and in one of the viewport I'll select the preview. So now in one of the viewport I can see what camera is seeing, and in the another viewport I'm basically able to drag the camera around the environment. So let me just try to rotate that, and yeah, that looks fine. So let me just hit on the play button again in order to see, and that's looking okay. So now it is looking dark because we don't have any light. So let's add a directional light also. So I'll basically perform the right click option again. Please don't get confused because there is no mouse or anything attached. So from here I'll just select light, and yeah, we'll take the directional light 3D. I'll click on create button, and now we have a directional light added into our scene. So let me just drag it again and try to rotate that. Let me just check. Okay, guys, it's actually a little hard. uh, I mean, if you are not using any wireless attachment to it, I feel you would feel a little bit of problems. All right. Okay, I have got this little mouse. I mean, the virtual joysticks in order to control it. But okay, that's nice. But the for some reason the second joystick got stuck. Okay, now this one also got stuck. All right, let me just go back. Let me just try to click on the play button. I guess the buttons are not that responsive. Okay, but now we have a light added to our scene, and it's still having some issues. Okay, so let me just try to fix this problem. Okay, no. All right, now it took out. Let me track. Okay, let me just restart my editor. So basically let me just quit it, and let's go to, let's basically relaunch the app, and let's see, double click on that in order to restart the app again, and it's taking some time again to launch that, But by the way, that virtual joystick was very handy. So if that works fine, I believe, yeah, this time it's working fine. So after one restart, it looks like it's working fine. And now, with the use of this virtual joystick, it has become very handy for me to move around in the environment. So now I'll select the directional light over here, and I'll just try to rotate. Okay, now my mouse is getting okay. Yeah, so now I'm able to rotate that light, and let me just hit on the play button to test that. And yes, now the scene looks fine. So we have a basic scene setup now. Now it's time to add the script. So I just want to rotate the cube. So I'll select the mesh instance 3D node which I had created, in which the cube is there. I'll click on the little plus icon for creating a script. So I'm not going to select any fancy location for the script to get saved. I just want this script to be saved in the local, I mean the root directory only. So here let me just give it a name called rotation. Okay, so I'll just confirm it, and now you can see the script has been created and has been added to my node. So let me go to the distraction free mode by hitting on this full screen icon, and now I get enough room for me to type in the code. So we don't really want the ready function, we just want the use the process function. So what I'll do is I'll just start typing in ROTAT, and as you can see, I instantly I get all the auto completion. But let us just try. Okay, so I basically double clicked on the auto rotation option that I had got, and from there it got, I mean it replaced it. So now here we want vector 3 dot up. So we, the rotate function, in the rotate function basically we have to pass two parameters. One is the axis along which we want to rotate, and then another one is the how much the rotation we want. So for the axis we want like vector 3 dot up, because we want the rotation to happen in the y-axis. So I'll just double click the vector 3 and dot, I'll say up, and I got the option. I'll just double click that. So yeah, vector 3 dot up, and then I'll put a comma, and for the speed let us say 2, and I'll just multiply it with delta uh, for the to make it frame independent basically. So as you can see, I have a small floating keyboard in my screen, so which is through which I can basically drag the keyboard around, and through which I'll be able to use it more efficiently. Other than that, if you use a normal mobile keyboard, then the half of the screen will be cut down and you will face a lot of problem there. All right, so let me just go ahead in the file and click on save, and I believe the uh, script got saved. And let us save the, I mean let us hit on the play button and let's see. And yes, so yeah, we have created a scene, and we have added a cube, and also we have added a directional light. And as you saw that in the viewport, if you access it from mobile, so although the virtual joystick has some bugs as of now, but yeah, it is a very convenient feature in especially if you are working with 3D to move around in the environment. And then we added a script as well. But really guys, if you want to uh, actually use it for some serious work, I would prefer you to just take a wireless keyboard and mouse pair and connect it through your phone through OTG, and then you can obviously do the editing. But just a matter of fact, using a mobile phone for the building a game, uh, you won't be able to build much complex logics and game, because obviously the mobile hardware is very limited. So use it wisely. And yes, it is a very useful thing if you just want to practice, or if you are on the go and you want to have some edits in your project, then obviously you can use this. It's very awesome. And thank you so much for watching my video. hit that like button, subscribe, and comment if you want to see more videos on like this on mobile device. So I'll create a separate video series for making a game from scratch, right from the mobile device. So comment me if you want that kind of tutorials. So thank you so much. Goodbye.